But our country is in the balance right now, and we are fighting for the destiny of the nation of Canada. And I've lived here for 60 years of my life, and I'm born of the soil of this city right here, so I have my fingers in the soil and the pulse of what's supposed to happen in this nation. God called me here. Years ago, he called me and he said, go and speak as a prophet to the nation of Canada. I said, I don't want to do that. I said, because when you're a herald and you speak things that aren't what's happening right now, you speak what's happening in the spirit instead of what's happening in the natural, people don't like it. And I remember traveling across the nation when the liberal government was in years ago, and we were the most ungodly government in the United Nations. We were the ones that were fostering abortion. We were the ones that were fostering all the gender issues. We were the ones that were giving money to all the wrong countries and all the wrong reasons. And I remember traveling across the nation and saying in church after church, if the church will pray and rise up, God will change the government. And people would sit there like you are. Yeah, but you don't know how bad it is. And I remember saying it in church after church. Remember that, Bruce? Every church, I'd say it. If the church will pray, God will change the nation. And what was funny was that, because I'm a Canadian, the Canadians had to receive me. Because when you get Americans that stand here, sometimes people are like, well, you're American, you don't understand, or, you don't even know where Toronto is. Like, why should we listen to you? Right? But because I was Canadian, and people would come up and they afterwards, many times come up to me after church, they go, so are you from Canada? Where are you from? So I just, after a while, started saying, hi, everyone. My name's Craig. I was born in Calgary and grown up in Canada, and, that my famous line, part of God's frozen chosen in the north, yada, yada. But I'm excited about where we are. Because I was in the spirit this weekend instead of in the natural. I was seeing what was happening behind the scenes instead of what was happening on the ground. I was seeing what was happening with the soldiers, but I was hearing what was happening with the angels. I was hearing the trumpets of heaven instead of the trumpets of hell. I was seeing the soldiers of God instead of the soldiers all with their armor on walking down the streets. I was hearing the sounds that heaven was releasing instead of what hell was trying to do. I am not moved by what hell says. I'm moved by what heaven says. Man, I've been up here 5 minutes and already I'm preaching. The whole world is watching Canada right now. And leaders around the world are publicly denouncing the human rights abuses that are happening. Oh, but there's something else happening. The problem with prophets? When everyone's crying, the prophets are laughing because they see what's coming. And when everyone's laughing, the prophets are crying because they can see what's coming. There's something coming. There's something on the threshold. We're at a place we've never been at before. There's things opening in the spirit realm that have never opened before. Evil and corruption is being revealed like never before. What's been hidden for decades is beginning to be revealed so that the saints can arise and the sound of God and the power of God can undo that which has been hidden for decades.